Hello everyone. This is Buddhist Applications. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to come into your life just when you need them most? It may feel as if their arrival is timed perfectly, aligning with a particular challenge or moment of growth. Perhaps you've had the experience of meeting someone and feeling an instant connection, as if you've known them before, or as if they were meant to play a role in your story. These encounters are not by chance. In fact, from a mindful and Buddhist perspective, every person we meet has a purpose. They enter our lives to help guide, teach, and support us on our journey of self-discovery and spiritual growth. Today we will explore this idea deeper, how the people we encounter, both briefly and over a lifetime, are woven into the fabric of our existence with intention. In Buddhism, the law of cause and effect, or karma, teaches us that everything is interconnected. Every action, thought, and experience is linked to a larger cosmic web of relationships. People come into our lives not randomly, but as part of this intricate design, reflecting back the lessons we need to learn. So I invite you to take a breath, quiet your mind, and stay with me until the end of this video to realize why every relationship matters. Together, we will uncover a deeper understanding of these meaningful connections and how they shape the path we walk. By reflecting on this, you may begin to see each person who crosses your path in a new light, as a teacher, a guide, or perhaps even a mirror of your own inner self. And before we begin, if this resonates with you, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Join our community in discovering the mindful wisdom that guides us through the most subtle yet profound aspects of life. Now, let's embark on this journey together. 1. Scientific viewpoint. The power of connection. As we begin to explore the idea that the people we meet are no accident, let us first examine this through both science and spirituality. Buddhism teaches us that all beings are deeply interconnected, and every encounter holds meaning. Modern neuroscience has revealed insights that align beautifully with this wisdom, showing us that humans are biologically wired for connection. One of the most fascinating discoveries in neuroscience is the existence of mirror neurons. These neurons allow us to connect with others by reflecting their emotions and actions within our own brains. For instance, when we see someone experience joy, pain, or sorrow, our mirror neurons activate, allowing us to feel a version of those same emotions. This is why we can feel a strong connection with someone we've just met, or feel empathy toward others. Experiences without exchanging words. It's a biological reflection of our interconnectedness, a reminder that no one exists in isolation. This mirrors the Buddhist concept of interbeing, which teaches that everything in the universe is interconnected. Just as a tree depends on sunlight, water, and soil, we depend on each other to grow and thrive. The people we meet are part of the intricate web of existence, and their presence in our lives helps us learn, grow, and reflect. They are not there by accident, but are essential to our personal and spiritual journey. Another perspective that supports this idea is social network theory, which suggests that we are all part of a vast, interconnected web of relationships. The people we meet are often linked to our existing social circles, and our connections shape the direction of our lives. This theory reveals that relationships are not random but part of a larger network that influences our growth. Think about how many significant relationships in your life began through mutual connections. Maybe you were introduced to someone through a friend, and that relationship opened doors to new opportunities. Whether a job, a meaningful friendship, or a life-changing experience. From a social network perspective, these connections were not coincidental but part of an intricate web of influence. In Buddhism, we might view these as karmic connections. Each person plays a role in the tapestry of our lives. The modern digital world reflects this interconnectedness through social media platforms like Facebook and LinkedIn. These platforms expand our networks beyond physical boundaries, allowing us to meet people we might never have encountered otherwise. What may start as a brief online interaction can evolve into deeper relationships or collaborations, further reinforcing the idea that we are all connected in unexpected and meaningful ways. Buddhism teaches us that, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. This teacher may not always be a formal mentor, but could be anyone who enters our life with a message or lesson. They may not stay forever, but they come at precisely the right moment to help us grow. Whether they provide guidance, support, or even challenges, these individuals contribute to our spiritual evolution. As we reflect on the people in our lives, both long-term companions and recent acquaintances, let us recognize the deeper significance of these connections. Each person we meet is part of a larger, interconnected web, and they are not here by chance. They are to help us evolve, to reflect something important back to us, and to support us on our journey. By embracing both the scientific and spiritual truths behind our connections, we open ourselves to the wisdom and growth each relationship brings. Every encounter, whether brief or lasting, is an opportunity to deepen our understanding of ourselves and the world around us. 2. Karma and the law of cause and effect. Now that we've explored the scientific perspective on human connection, let us turn to a deeper spiritual understanding through the lens of karma, the law of cause and effect. In Buddhism, karma teaches us that nothing is random. Every action, thought, and intention we put into the world creates ripples, and these ripples shape the events and people that enter our lives. The people we meet are often a reflection of this energy, arriving when we are ready for the lessons they bring. Karma is not about reward or punishment, but about natural consequences. It is the unfolding of causes and conditions, and the people who come into our lives are part of this karmic response. Whether they bring us joy or challenge, their presence is tied to the seeds we have sown through our past actions. These relationships are not accidents. They are opportunities for growth. The butterfly effect, a concept from chaos theory, offers an insightful parallel to karma. The idea is that even small actions like the flap of a butterfly's wings can set off a chain of events that lead to significant changes. Similarly, the small, mindful acts we perform, whether kind words, compassionate gestures, or positive intentions, can ripple outward and influence the people we encounter. Every interaction has the potential to change the course of our relationships and, ultimately, our lives. Think of a time when you met someone by chance, and their presence profoundly impacted your journey. Perhaps it was a new friend, a mentor, or even a stranger who offered wisdom just when you needed it most. From a karmic perspective, these meetings were not coincidences but were shaped by the energy you had been cultivating. The people who cross our paths reflect back the energy we put into the world, offering us the lessons we are ready to learn. Buddhism reminds us that we are creators of our own reality. The relationships we attract, the people we meet, and the experiences we encounter are all reflections of the karmic seeds we've planted. When we live with kindness and mindfulness, we invite those same qualities into our relationships. But when we act from a place of fear, anger, or negativity, we may attract those emotions in others. Each person who enters our life becomes a karmic messenger, helping us understand more about ourselves and our path. At times, these lessons come through difficult relationships. While it's easy to see karma in joyful, supportive connections, it's harder to accept when someone brings pain or challenges. Yet in Buddhism, even those who cause us difficulty are seen as essential to our growth. These individuals push us to confront our inner suffering, teaching us resilience, patience, and the capacity for forgiveness. They offer the most profound lessons, even if they arrive through hardship. Consider a time when a painful relationship led to deep personal growth. Perhaps you experienced heartache or betrayal, but afterward, you found strength, independence, or self-compassion that you didn't realize you possessed. This too is karma at work, not as punishment but as an awakening. The people who challenge us often become our greatest teachers, guiding us toward deeper understanding and enlightenment. As we reflect on the people who have come into our lives, whether they brought joy or sorrow, let us do so with gratitude. Each person is a thread in the karmic web, contributing to our spiritual evolution. Karma teaches us that nothing is random, and every relationship is a reflection of the energy we have cultivated. Approach each connection with mindfulness and awareness, understanding that we are both students and teachers in this karmic dance. Every person, whether they stay briefly or for a lifetime, has a purpose in our spiritual journey. In recognizing this, we can embrace the wisdom and growth each relationship brings. 3. temporary people and life lessons. As we continue our reflection, let us turn our attention to the temporary people who come into our lives. In Buddhism, the concept of impermanence teaches us that nothing lasts forever. This includes the relationships we form. Some people stay with us for a lifetime, while others only pass through briefly. These temporary connections, though short-lived, are often some of the most profound. They appear at crucial moments, offering us guidance or a lesson before moving on. It is easy to place value on enduring relationships, but these fleeting encounters are equally important. Temporary people are like seasons in our lives, each one bringing something necessary for our growth and transformation. Their presence, though brief, is purposeful. In Buddhism, this aligns with the teaching of anicca, or impermanence, which encourages us to accept the changing nature of all things and live fully in the present moment. These temporary individuals often serve as temporary teachers. They come into our lives to help us learn a specific lesson, to challenge us, or to guide us through a transitional phase. Their purpose is not to stay, but to offer us what we need in that particular moment. Some may provide comfort or insight during difficult times, while others push us to confront deeper aspects of ourselves. Often, the most profound lessons come from those who bring discomfort or challenge. The people who frustrate or even hurt us can be our greatest teachers. They force us to look inward, to confront our own suffering, and to cultivate qualities like patience, resilience, and forgiveness. These difficult relationships, while painful, are opportunities for deep inner transformation. Consider a relationship in your life that brought you hardship. Perhaps it was a friendship that ended suddenly, or a romantic relationship that caused heartache. While the pain may have been intense, over time, you likely realize that the experience helped you grow. It may have taught you to be more self-reliant, or helped you understand the importance of self-love. In Buddhism, these relationships are seen as valuable teachers, helping us shed old patterns and embrace new ways of being. These temporary connections, especially those that challenge us, are like sharp stones on our path. They may cause discomfort, but they also smooth out the rough edges of our character. Through these encounters, we learn how to face adversity with grace and how to keep an open heart, even when we are hurting. Each moment of suffering becomes a stepping stone to deeper wisdom and understanding. The key to navigating temporary relationships is to embrace their impermanence. When we cling to people, hoping to keep them in our lives longer than they are meant to stay, we create unnecessary suffering. By learning to let go, we can appreciate the beauty and depth of the relationship while allowing it to run its natural course. In this way, we free ourselves from the pain of attachment. Buddhism encourages us to greet each relationship with openness and non-attachment. This allows us to fully experience the connection without becoming attached to its duration. When we live with this awareness, we come to see that every person we meet is a gift, whether they are with us for a moment or a lifetime. Each relationship is an opportunity for growth, for learning, and for deepening our understanding of ourselves. So as we reflect on the temporary people in our lives, let us do so with gratitude. They do not come into our lives by accident, but with purpose. They offer us lessons we need at exactly the right time. By embracing their impermanence, we honor the wisdom they bring and allow ourselves to evolve on our spiritual journey. 4. You are also a part of someone else's journey. As we continue to reflect on the people who come into our lives, it is important to recognize that we are not just recipients of lessons and support. We are also active participants in the journeys of others. In Buddhism, the idea of interconnectedness teaches us that our actions, words, and presence influence the lives of those around us, just as we are shaped by their actions. Each of us is both a learner and a teacher, contributing to the growth and well-being of others, often in ways we may not even realize. This awareness invites us to approach our relationships with mindfulness and intention. Just as others provide us with wisdom, guidance, and comfort, we too have the opportunity to offer those same gifts to others. Every interaction we have can be meaningful, as it ripples through the lives of those we encounter. By living with compassion and awareness, we can bring light and support to the people we meet, knowing that even small gestures can have a profound impact. In Buddhism, right intention is key. This means approaching every relationship with a desire to bring kindness, peace, and understanding. When we practice the right intention, we naturally contribute to the happiness and growth of others. Sometimes, just our presence or a few thoughtful words can help someone through a difficult time. Even though we may not always see the results of our actions, the ripples extend far beyond the moment. Consider a time when you may have helped someone without realizing the full impact. Perhaps you offered a word of encouragement or simply listened when someone needed to be heard. These small acts of kindness can leave a lasting impression on others, even if we are unaware of their significance. In this way, we become part of their journey, playing a role in their growth just as others have done for us. This shift in perspective reminds us that we are not only learners on our own path, but also guides and supporters for others. Every day, we have the opportunity to contribute to the lives of those around us. By being present, compassionate, and mindful in our interactions, we offer others the tools they need to navigate their own journeys. Buddhism emphasizes the importance of compassionate action. This doesn't require grand gestures. Often, the simplest acts of kindness are the most powerful. By being present with an open heart, we create a space for others to grow. Whether through a listening ear, a kind word, or a moment of understanding, we become a source of strength and guidance for those around us. Reflect on a time when your support helped someone else, even if you didn't realize the depth of your influence at the time. Perhaps you were there for a friend during a difficult period, or maybe you offered advice that helped someone see their situation from a new perspective. These interactions remind us that we are part of the interconnected web of existence, contributing to the spiritual and emotional development of others. This awareness invites us to ask ourselves, how are we showing up in the lives of others? Are we offering compassion, understanding, and kindness in our relationships? When we recognize that we are an integral part of someone else's journey, we deepen our commitment to live with mindfulness and care. Our words, our actions, and our presence are all opportunities to positively impact those we encounter. In this interconnected world, we are both the givers and receivers of lessons. Just as others help us grow, we help shape the paths of those around us. By approaching every relationship with awareness, we honor the sacredness of these connections and recognize our role in the spiritual evolution of others. Let us hold this truth in our hearts. We are not just travelers on our own journey, but fellow travelers in the journeys of others. In this shared experience, there is beauty, responsibility, and endless opportunity for growth. 5. The long-lasting and ever-present connections. As we explore the different types of connections that shape our lives, it is important to recognize those relationships that endure through time, the long-lasting and ever-present connections. These are the people who, like steady stars in the sky, remain with us through life's challenges, joys, and transformations. In Buddhism, such enduring relationships are seen as profound blessings, offering both stability and a source of continuous support. Temporary connections may come and go, leaving behind important lessons, but long-lasting relationships provide a different kind of growth. These connections, often found in family, close friends, or life partners, offer us a deep sense of belonging. They are the ones we turn to when life becomes uncertain, the ones who help us find our footing when the path ahead seems unclear. Their presence provides us with a sense of grounding, reminding us of who we are at our core. In Buddhist teachings, the Sangha, the spiritual community, is central to one's path of awakening. These long-lasting relationships serve as our personal Sangha, offering companionship and support on our journey. The people who stay in our lives for years or decades are those who see our evolution firsthand. They are witnesses to our struggles, growth, and triumphs, and their presence helps us weather life's inevitable storms. These relationships are like the roots of a tree, steadfast and strong. They anchor us during life's turbulent moments, providing us with strength and resilience. Yet, they are not immune to change. Like everything in life, these relationships will evolve, but their enduring quality makes them unique. They stand as testaments to the power of human connection, showing us the value of love, trust, and shared experiences over time. Consider the people in your life who have remained with you through the years. It could be a family member who has been a constant source of support, a childhood friend who has shared in your life's journey, or a partner who has walked beside you through thick and thin. These relationships are treasures, and though they may change over time, their impact remains deep and lasting. They remind us of the Buddhist teaching of interbeing, that our existence is interconnected with those around us. Just as stars illuminate the night sky, long-lasting relationships provide light and guidance, helping us navigate life's uncertainties. These people are there to remind us of our strength when we doubt ourselves and to celebrate our successes when we achieve them. Their presence is often so familiar that we may take it for granted, but in moments of reflection, we realize how essential these connections are to our well-being. However, it is important to remember that these relationships require nurturing. Just as a garden must be tended to flourish, long-lasting relationships thrive when we invest time, care, and attention. Mindfulness invites us to be fully present in these relationships, expressing gratitude for those who stand by us. By practicing kindness, offering compassion, and being there for others, we help these bonds grow even stronger. We must also acknowledge that even long-lasting relationships are subject to the impermanence of life. While these bonds may feel permanent, the truth is that they too will change and evolve. Some may grow deeper with time, while others may fade. This understanding calls us to cherish the people in our lives and to make the most of the time we have with them. Reflect on the enduring connections in your life with gratitude. These individuals are like the stars, steady, guiding, and full of light. They are the ones who help us navigate through difficult times, who remind us of the beauty of human connection, and who offer us the strength to continue forward on our journey. By acknowledging the importance of these relationships, and by offering them the same care and attention they give to us, we honor the sacredness of these bonds. In doing so, we allow them to continue growing, providing mutual support and wisdom for the rest of our lives. Conclusion. As we come to the end of our reflection, let us take a moment to bring all these ideas together. Whether people come into our lives for a brief moment or remain with us for years, each connection holds deep meaning. In the teachings of Buddhism, nothing is ever truly random. Every encounter, whether joyful or painful, is an opportunity for growth, a part of the intricate web of karma that shapes our spiritual journey. We have learned that the people we meet serve different purposes. Some are temporary teachers, guiding us through specific lessons before moving on, while others become the steady roots or stars in our lives, offering a sense of stability and support. Yet through it all, one truth remains. No one comes into our life by chance, and every encounter has a purpose. Each person contributes to the unfolding of our own story, just as we contribute to theirs. In this interconnected web of existence, every relationship is sacred. Each person reflects back a part of ourselves, our strengths, our weaknesses, and the areas where we need to grow. When we embrace this understanding, we can approach each connection with gratitude and mindfulness, knowing that every person we meet is here to help us evolve. So as you move forward in your journey, take a moment to reflect on the people in your life. Who has supported you? Who has challenged you? How have these connections shaped the person you are today? And just as you honor those who have been a part of your path, remember that you too are a part of someone else's journey. Let us carry these teachings in our hearts with compassion and mindfulness. Each encounter, no matter how brief or long, contributes to the beauty of our existence. Together, we walk this path of awakening, guided by the lessons and love we share along the way.